guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing great. So in today's video, we are going to learn how we can use the get records element to get the records from an object in Salesforce to flow. Okay, so now without any further ado, let's get started and we'll create a new flow for it. So here's a new flow. Okay, so for get record element, you can't really see the output of it. So you can select any like flow type, but we'll select screen flow. Okay, next, and freeform. And if you'll see in data, so let's close this. If you see in data, there's a get record element, right? So let's drag it here. So get record element, what is it? As the name suggests, this element is used for fetching the records from our object in Salesforce. So if you want to fetch some accounts, some context, then you can use the get records element, and then you can do your functionality like loop through the context, loop through the account, and do the functionality that you want to do. Okay, so let's create a get record element. In this window, it will ask you for label. So let's add get accounts. Okay, this element accounts from okay, that's fine. Okay, now it's asking you to get record of this object. Okay, so here you want to add your object name, which is account. You can add any object that you want to get records from. Okay, now it's asking you that if you want to add some conditions or you want to fetch all the accounts in your org. So it is really important to add some condition, because if you will fetch all the accounts, then it can delay the process. Of course, you have to filter some accounts. Okay, so let's add some conditions. So in conditions, we have all the conditions met, none, any conditions met, or custom condition or logic. Okay, so basically none, there will be no condition, all the accounts will be fetched. In all the conditions are met, that means if you're adding three conditions, the only account which will match all the three conditions, only that account will fetch. Okay, and the other one is any condition is met, which is or. So basically in like three conditions, if any of one condition is matched, your account will be there. Okay, and after that you have custom condition and logic. I'll create a separate video for that to let you know how you can use it and what is the purpose of this condition exactly. Okay, so let's stick to all conditions are met. Okay, so my two conditions are the account should be active and the account's industry should be construction, let's say. Okay, so let's add two conditions. First is active equals to true. Yes, let's see in the accounts. Okay, so there's a pick list in account which is active. So we'll select when active equals to yes, and industry equals to construction. Okay, so if you have a pick list in your object already, so this will show all the pick list values that are there in your pick list. So these are the pick list values, and we want to select construction. Okay, so now get record element will fetch all the accounts whose activation is equals to yes, active field is yes, and industry is construction. Okay, so we have added our filtering. Let's see what's next. So here it's just asking if you want to sort your records like ascending or descending, or if you want the Salesforce to choose how they want to show you the records. Okay, so this is on you. You can choose descending, you can choose ascending, anything you want. Okay, so let's keep it not sorted. Okay, now it's asking how many records to store. So if you want to have just the first record that the Salesforce fetch for you, that the flow fetch for you, or if you want to like save all the records, if you want to get all the records. Okay, so in this case we want all the records. Now it's asking you how to store your records data. Okay, so there are three options. First is automatically store all the fields. So what this will do is this will automatically fetch all the fields. If your object have 50 fields, it will fetch 50 fields. Okay, second is choose fields and let Salesforce do the rest. So In this, what will happen is it will ask you what fields do you want. Okay, so the ID field is mandatory, so Salesforce chooses this for you. Apart from that, you can choose the fields like I want account number, I want account name, so you can choose accordingly, so you don't have to like go through the 50 fields. You can choose your fields which you really want in your code. Okay, now the third one is choose fields and assign variables. Okay, so what's in this option? Okay, what is this option about? So if you want to fetch all your accounts or one account and save it to a record collection variable. Okay, so what is a collection variable? You have seen me creating variables previously in our previous episodes, which will store just a single value. Okay, so if you want to store multiple values in a variable, okay, and then you can use it later, so that is a collection variable. So if you want to save all your accounts in a collection variable, then you can choose this option. And here you have to add your record collection variable. Click on new resource, variable account collection. Okay, this record variable will store all the accounts. Okay, now you have to select the data type, which will be record. And for this variable to get to store the multiple values, you have to check this checkbox. This is saying allow multiple values, which means collection. Okay, so we just need to check that, and we will add our object name, which is account. Okay, and that's it. Your record variable, record collection variable is done. Okay, so if you want to save your get record accounts that it has fetched from Salesforce to a record collection, you can do that. If you want the Salesforce to do everything for you, you just need to fetch some fields, you can do that. And if you want to fetch all the fields, you can simply select automatically store all the fields. Okay, let's save it, and it is done. Your get record element is ready to use now. We can't see the output of this really. Okay, so if you want to see it, this is basically used for if you want to get all the accounts and then loop through the accounts and save some information, update some accounts, delete some accounts. Okay, so we have not done loop yet, so I can't describe it more to you. But with this element, we can use other functionalities that we want to implement in our flow. This is the basic need of any loop. Like, so if you want to use loop, so basically in loop you just iterate through the data, but for iterating the data you need the data, right? So for fetching the data, you have to use get records element. And don't forget, you should use at least one condition in this, so filtering is always good. Okay, so keep in mind that thing. And that is it for today. I hope you guys like this video, you guys like this element. This is going to be very useful in your future example and in your organization in a practical scenario. Okay, so I hope you guys are practicing well and you guys are loving the flow series. I'll see you super soon in my next video of this series. Till then, bye bye, take care and keep learning.